Hello and welcome back to howtobecome.com, a worldwide leading career recruitment specialist, having helped millions of people across the globe. In today's video, we'll be diving into popular pre-employment assessment test questions and answers, including numerical reasoning, logical reasoning, and verbal reasoning. Whether you're preparing for a job application or just want to test your skills, this video is perfect for you. Make sure you watch the entire video, because I'll give you a breakdown of each question type, explain the answers step by step, and then provide plenty of practice questions to test your understanding. Let's get started. To begin with, let's take a look at an example numerical reasoning question, one of the most common test types in pre-employment assessments. This first question is all about analyzing sales data. Take a look at the table and the question that follows. So you can see the table here with January sales, February sales, and March sales. And the question for part A of this is, what is the total sales revenue for product A over the 3 months? The next part B of the question is, which month had the highest overall sales revenue for all products combined? Now, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to answer these questions, and then I'll give you the answer and break it down. Now, if you need more time, simply pause the video. It's always best to build up speed after being able to answer accurately. Your 10 seconds starts now. Okay, how did you get on? Let's break down how to answer these numerical reasoning questions easily. So, to answer part A, we first need to add the sales for product A across the 3 months, as highlighted here. So 12,000 plus 15,000 plus 14,000 equals 41,000. So the answer to part A is £41,000. Now, to break down part B, we need to calculate the total sales for each month. So in January, that is 12,000 plus 8,000 plus 10,000, which gives us 30,000. In February, that's 15,000 plus 9,500 plus 11,000, giving us a total of 35,500. And for March, it's 14,000 plus 10,500 plus 11,500, gives us a total of 36,000. So the correct answer to the question, the month with the highest total sales, is in fact March. So how did you get on and how did you find that? Well, now I am going to give you a very similar pre-employment numerical reasoning question for you to practice yourself. After this, we will then look at a different type of numerical reasoning question. This time, I want you to let me know what answer you got in the comment section below the video, where I'll mark it for you. I'll get back to you in the comment section and let you know if you got the answer correct and provide any further help if you need the solution. So you have 10 seconds to answer this question. Here is the table. So the table below shows the cost per unit and the number of units sold for 3 products. The question's this: what is the total revenue generated from all 3 products? You have 10 seconds to answer this, starting now. Great, how did you get on? Let me know your answer in the comment section below for marking. Let's now take a look at a percentage question. This time, we will look at the answer together and break it down. But first, give it a go yourself and let me know your answer in the comment section below. So a company's expenses for quarter 3 are detailed below. You can see this here in the table, but the question is this: by what percentage did the marketing expenses increase from April to June? You have 10 seconds to work this out. Let me know your answer in the comment section below, but remember, I'll break this down and go through it with you here in this video. 10 seconds starting now. Don't worry if you didn't get this, we'll break it down together. Many people struggle with percentages, but the answer is actually very simple to calculate. So step number 1 is to calculate the increase in expenses. So we take the 5,500 from June and we minus the 4,500 from April, giving us an answer of 1,000. Then in step number 2, we calculate the percentage increase. So to do that, we take that 1000 and we divide it by that number of 4,500, that original number that saw the increase. So that 4,500, which will give us 0.22222. We then times that number by 100, which gives us our answer of 22.22%. So the answer is 22.22% increase. Now make sure whenever you're doing an assessment that you check whether they want that answer to be rounded to the nearest whole number. So if this question asked for the answer to be rounded to the nearest whole number, the answer would be 22%, not 22.22%, because we would round down. And the reason for that is that 0.22% is closer to 22 than it is to 23. If it was 22.56%, then we would round up to 23%. Okay, I want you to try one last numerical reasoning question before we move on to another very common and tricky pre-employment test question that many people struggle with. Here is the question. A factory produces widgets at the following rates. Here are those rates in a table. And the question's this: how many widgets does the factory produce in total across all shifts in a single day? Now, you've got 10 seconds to answer this. Let me know your answer in the comment section below the video, where I'll get back to you and mark the answer for you. Your 10 seconds starts now. You're doing great. Let me know your answer in the comment section below for marking. Now let's tackle logical reasoning, another popular pre-employment test type. This involves identifying patterns, sequences, and logical rules. Here is an example question. Look at the sequence of shapes below and identify the next one in the sequence. You can see the shapes here. We have circles, a square, and a triangle. The question mark represents the next shape to follow, but what is it? Is it A, a square, a B, a triangle, C, a circle, or is it D, a pentagon? Now, before we break down the answer together, I'm going to give you 10 seconds on the timer once again. Let me know your answer in the comment section below, but don't worry, we will go through this question step by step together. Your 10 seconds starts now. You're doing really, really well. Let's break this down together. So, observe the sequence carefully. The shape alternates between circle and then other shapes. So after every circle, the sequence alternates between a square and a triangle. The last shape in the pattern before the circle is a square, so the next should be a triangle, continuing the alternating rule. So the answer is B, a triangle. Now don't worry if you struggle to understand that. Pause or rewind the video and go over those steps again if you need to. As I mentioned earlier, it's very, very important to understand how to answer these questions correctly and focus on accuracy before improving your speed. Don't try and rush through these types of questions until you're at the point where you're answering these questions very easily and getting them right every time. Then you can practice plenty more questions and improve your speed. And I'll show you exactly how you can do that for free in this video, so stay tuned. Now it's your turn to have a go at this question yourself. Here are the answer options. You have 10 seconds on the timer. Let me know your answer in the comment section below, where I'll mark it for you and give you the solution if you need it. Your 10 seconds starts now. You're doing fantastic. Just very quickly, I hope you are enjoying this training video so far. I've got plenty more questions and answers to give you, but at any point during this tutorial, and only if you want to, you can click that link in the top right hand corner or in the pinned comment below the video and head through to my website, howtobecome.com, where you can get free 30-day access to over 1,000 job aptitude test preparation style questions, including the ones we're covering right now, plus the fully worked answers and strategies to pass each question type to make you the standout candidate. Okay, let's move on to a slightly different aptitude test now, still based on logical reasoning. Here is the question. which number comes next in the sequence. So we have 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. What do you think that question mark could be? Is it A, 48, B, 64, C, 62, or D, 36? You have 10 seconds to let me know your answer in the comment section below the video. I'm going to give you one more question like this before we move on to another style of aptitude test questions used in pre-employment assessments. The question is this: a farmer has 17 sheep, all but 9 run away. How many sheep does the farmer still have? Is it A, 9, B, 8, C, 17, or D, 0? You have 10 seconds to answer this question. Don't forget to let me know in the comment section below the video for marking. Thank you. Okay, great. Now let's move on to verbal reasoning, which tests your ability to interpret and evaluate written information. This is a key skill for many roles, so it is very important to practice. Let's start with an example. Here's a passage followed by 3 statements. Your job is to determine if each statement is true, false, or cannot say. Here is the passage. A recent survey found that 72% of employees preferred flexible working hours over a fixed 9-to-5 schedule. The survey also revealed that remote work options significantly increased job satisfaction and reduced turnover rates. However, some employees reported difficulties in maintaining work-life balance when working remotely. Based on the passage, determine if the following statements are true, false, or cannot say. Number 1. Flexible working hours are preferred by the majority of employees. Number 2. All employees find it easier to maintain work-life balance when working remotely. And statement number 3. Remote work options have no impact on turnover rates. So you have 15 seconds this time to answer these 3 questions. Remember, you have to say whether each of these statements are true, false, or cannot say. We will then take a look at the answer together after you've given this a go. Your 15 seconds starts now. So how did you get on? Let's break this down together. The first statement is true. The passage states 72% of employees preferred flexible working hours, which is the majority. The second statement is false. The passage mentions some employees reported difficulties in maintaining work-life balance, so this statement is incorrect. And the third statement is false as well. The passage explicitly says that remote work reduced turnover rates, so the statement is incorrect. Let's now take a look at another question just like this, but I want you to give this go yourself without any help from me, and let me know your answer in the comment section below for marking. Here is the passage. Research shows that regular physical activity has numerous health benefits, including improved cardiovascular health, better mental well-being, and stronger muscles and bones. Despite this, a significant portion of the population remains sedentary, with many citing lack of time as a key barrier to exercise. Experts recommend at least 150 minutes of moderate exercise per week. Based on the passage, determine if the following statements are true, false, or cannot say. Statement number 1. Regular physical activity improves mental health. Statement number 2. Everyone has at least 150 minutes per week to exercise. Number 3, sedentary behavior is linked to poor cardiovascular health. You have 15 seconds starting now. You're doing really well. Let's take a look at another one just like this. So during a recent study, it was found that students who read for pleasure performed better in academic assessments than those who did not. Reading for pleasure also improved critical thinking skills and vocabulary. However, the study noted that access to books was a challenge for students in low-income households, based on the passage determining if the following statements are true, false, or cannot say. Statement number 1. Access to books is not an issue for all students. Statement number 2. Students who read for pleasure have better critical thinking skills. Statement number 3. Students in low-income households performed worse in academic assessment. Your 15 seconds starts now. Okay, let's take a look at one more verbal reasoning question before moving on. Here's the passage. The City Council recently introduced a new recycling program to improve waste management. The program includes weekly pickups for recyclable materials, free recycling bins for residents, and public awareness campaigns. As a result, recycling rates increased by 25% within the first 6 months of implementation. Let's review these statements with true, false, or cannot say, just as before. Statement number 1. The City Council provides free recycling bins to residents. Statement number 2. The recycling program increased recycling rates by 50%. And statement number 3. Public awareness campaigns were part of the program. 15 seconds starts now. Let me know your answer in the comment section below. You've done really well to make it this far. I hope you found this useful. The next thing to do is to please make sure you click that button in the top right hand corner of this video right now. Head through to my website, howtobecome.com, where you can get access to over 1,000 psychometric and aptitude test questions, plus the fully worked answers to each question for free. The 30-day free trial covers personality and behavioural questions, comprehension and reading questions, numerical, logical and problem-solving questions, abstract and non-verbal reasoning questions, mechanical aptitude questions, and more to ensure you are fully prepared. You can literally have online access to this fantastic resource within 2 minutes from now, and it's guaranteed to help you prepare effectively for your next job aptitude test, and also, more importantly, put you ahead of the competition. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe, as I'm on a mission to help as many people as possible pass their aptitude tests and their job interviews, and I can only do that if you are subscribed. Please also hit that like button, as that encourages me to make more videos just like these. If you have any questions regarding aptitude tests, please feel free to put these in the comment section below, where I will get back to you. And finally, don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn. I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below. It's always great to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best with your assessment. Have a brilliant day.